Class number 8, questions to ask during a board meeting. To be a good team, everyone has to have the confidence to ask questions and interact. Gaining confidence in speaking out during a board meeting comes from a shared understanding of why a topic is important and what everyone needs to get from the presentation. This class will start you thinking about how you interact as a board.
No board member wants to give a report and to a room full of silence. So be ready with some key questions. In some cases, you may have to be ready to challenge a board member or at least start a conversation about a board member's report. Remember, a good question can show a lot of respect to the hard work your committees do. In a scenario where your CEO is asking to raise rates, how can you contribute? How can you get the conversation going? Simple questions like, do we have the money to do this? Do we have enough liquidity to distribute extra cash and extra dividends? How will it affect our net income at the end of the year? And is it necessary? Are we behind the market? Are we going to attract more savings with this? Or are we simply just trying to reward where we are? What will this improve when we raise rates? In the scenario where your CEO is asking to increase the loan loss provision expense, perfect chance to actually spur the conversation. Have we underestimated our credit risk and the portfolio now seems riskier than in the past? Have we changed the formula where we're calculating the monthly total? Or have we seen an uptick in charge-offs? The idea is to get the room talking.
You're reviewing the balance sheet and you've noticed that there's been a dramatic increase in real estate loans. What should you be concerned with, and what are some of the questions you may ask the management team? Number one, and very important, is are you funding these loans with the appropriate maturity savings accounts? Number two, has this increase been evaluated and planned by the Asset Liability Management Committee?
Credit union board of directors have a responsibility to manage the investments. You need to make certain that your investments are within policy and are managed by a reputable brokerage firm. Another responsibility of the board of directors is to determine why line items on the balance sheet have deviated or are negative.
The group is looking at the income statement, and you're reading through the line items, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have a question, such as, why is this number negative? Are we going in the wrong direction?
Credit union examiners will look very closely to see whether or not a credit union is suffering a large number of first-time defaults or repossessions. You want to make certain if you are going to participate in indirect lending that the credit union is not taking on too much risk.
You're evaluating the balance sheet, and month after month, you've noticed that a suspense item has not cleared. One of the main questions the board may pose to the management team is accounting reconciling this item?
Negative swings in the investment valuation account indicate that there may be a problem with the way the credit union is measuring market risk.
If the CEO has made a recommendation to raise rates on specific member savings and deposit accounts, here are some questions a board member should pose. Are we in need of liquidity to fund loan demand? Are we losing deposits due to market differential? What impact will this have on the overall net income for the year? If the CEO is requesting that the board increase the monthly provision for loan loss expense beyond the budgeted amount, a board member should pose the following questions. Has there been an increase in charge-offs over the last quarter? Has the management team altered the ALCO calculation? Has the credit union lending staff underestimated the amount of credit risk in the loan portfolio? You have noticed a dramatic increase in real estate loans on the balance sheet. Here are a couple of questions a board member should ask. Is the credit union funding these loans with long-term deposits? Has this increase been evaluated by the ALCO? The ALCO is reviewing the investment portfolio, and you notice a number of new investments made by the credit union. These questions should be posed. Are they within policy? Are they backed by assets which contain credit risk? Has the credit union done its due diligence on the brokerage firm? In reviewing the income statement, a board member should ask questions on line items where there is a large variance from the budgeted amount, and also when the line item is carrying a negative balance or it is going backwards. Over the course of the last quarter, you begin to see a month-after-month increase in indirect dealer loans. A board member should ask whether the credit union is taking on credit risk in an effort to grow the portfolio. Month after month, you see suspense items on the balance sheet that do not clear to zero. This should prompt you to ask if accounting is reconciling the account. On this month's balance sheet, you see a negative swing in the investment valuation reserve account. This should prompt the following questions. Which investments are losing market value? Does the portfolio have too much market risk? What controls does the credit union have to manage market risk? Time to take the test. Good luck.